Back to the Dreamcast. Literally have not booted this thing up, like, in 2 weeks at this point, actually, and not since finishing Headhunter. So yeah, that means I'm just starting up the best version of Jet Set Radio without any practice. Not like I really need it, though, because I've played this game in various forms so many freaking times. Like, yeah, I've done more playthroughs on Jet Grind Radio than I can recall. I've done only like one regular playthrough of the original Japanese version. I've done, I think, the HD Steam version at least twice. And then, yeah, I think this will make like the second, like full playthrough. Or third, I guess, if I want to count the, like, the New Game Plus Jet Ranking challenge run that I did on, on emulator last year. Regardless, I played this game a lot because it's fucking awesome. I love it. I love it still. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll just get this underway right now. Maybe the Japanese re-release, but it still has, like, all, like, the localized English text on here. So my console system language is, like, making sure that all of this is totally readable. We don't need to do tutorial, though. There's nothing to be gained from that. Straight to new game.
Somewhere in Asia, there's a city that cannot be found on any map called Tokyoto.
I gotta say, though, this is one thing that I'm going to always lament now that I have a GDEMU instead of the system's original GD-ROM. Because of how many times I played through Jet Grind Radio, I really am still way too used to, like, the music and, like, voice clip timings in these cutscenes based on how they were, like, on a stock Dreamcast, because, like, it always took a bit longer to load the actual cutscene, but they could load the music first and have it start playing. So there was always moments where like, whether I was like playing this on emulator or like the Steam version, and especially when loading this up, that I was like, oh, this does not feel right like it does in my memory. But I will probably get used to it over time. But of course, we still got to go through the unskippable, like, story tutorial. Alright. And I guess that's fine. Just get this out of the way until more people filter in. Then the real game starts. Yep. Ow! Overshot it. Good enough. Even though I think I was about to slide off like the front of the car, it still counted as me like landing on it. So it's like, yeah, good enough. Like, this is no joke. I think at this point, in all my times playing Jet Set Radio, this is definitely, I think, the most like aggravating part for me. You know, not even some of the later game missions like Fight or Flight, which get really brutal. This is just the more annoying to me because it's like, it is so nothing. I know how to play the game, and I have to go through these challenges every time I do a new game. And it's frustrating too, because it's like, sure, I could just load up like a New Game Plus file, but the thing is that when you do that after having beat the game, it just starts you, like, you know, obviously it starts you past this, but it also starts you past the first cutscene with DJ Professor K proper. You know, and I love that cutscene. Like, it sets, like, that's what really sets the, like, the mood and like the tone of the game so well. Just hearing that dude just yelling at the top of his lungs, Jet Set Radio, giving you the lowdown on what's happening on the streets. Alright. Just gotta do this last challenge and we'll get gum. And we gotta do Taps, or rather Corn's challenges. Not enough speed to get that. Alright. There it is. And you'll also soon... Well, I think I'd already shown it when I like streamed it last year, but obviously that was very early on in this whole journey that not many people noticed it. But it's like... Like, you'll see here, like, it's showing that his name is Korn, but I think when it gets to the blank has joined you, like, text, I think it still reverts to the, I think it still reverts to, like, what name that they changed it to in the English releases, so it'll still say Tap has joined you by the end. It's very weird. Alright. Just do this. Also, I might as well say, this tutorial section where we're playing as Beat is probably going to be, like, the only time you're going to be seeing me play as him for this first session, at least. Because this is 100%, and getting true 100% in this game does require more than one playthrough because of, like, the post-game stuff you unlock. So, the goal which naturally is like part of me showing off because I played this game dozens of times that I'm familiar with the ins and outs of it, is that I'll be aiming for jet rankings on the first time through, which means I'm basically using gum exclusively right up until I unlock Yo-Yo for Act 3. And then, and simultaneously with those S ranks, I will also be getting most, if not all, of the Graffiti Souls as they become available in each mission. There might be like some exceptions. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna like, because there's 2 in Kogani and 2 in Ben 10 that become fully available once you once you start Act 3 and you have to deal with the Golden Rhinos. Like one that's in a rooftop area of Kogani and another that's in the Ben 10 subways. But I'm probably going to save those for like the jet graffiti or jet technique challenges when it's less stressful. Alright. Back down the hill we go. Got it. So yeah, just playing as high graffiti stat characters while getting all the souls, which might sound tricky, and it is if it's your first time, but it's doable after a while. Just gotta do this one last bit and we'll finally get Corn on our team and the game can get underway proper. My friend loved JSR. Your friend's got good taste. Also, hi, Ben. Yeah, see, look at that. Tab has joined you, even though they're clearly referring to his actual name as Corn. There's some inconsistencies with like with the old English text and the new ones that they put in this deluxe version for the Japanese re-release. Okay, but enough of that. Here's the man himself.
Hey out there, this is Tokyo's very own #1 pirate power station, Jet Set Radio! Over the hood, through the streets, and right into your brain. We're transmitting our signal straight to you. Y'all got your antennas on or what? Yeah.
I mean, it's 2022. Like, I don't think anyone here has antennas anymore, but I'd like to think.
DJ Professor K. Jet Set Radio!
Now here's what I'm talking about with like the weird timings now that this is no longer on a on an actual GD-ROM drive. That like fade to black would have lasted for way longer than it did right there. Like it was basically, I'm pretty sure they ended up writing like the music and like this particular song I'm pretty sure was made for this cutscene, and they first had like the actual animation, the voice acting, and like the loading all taken into account before they like wrote the music, so that once the fade to black was over, it was timed with like the start of like the next section of the song. That's the part that always like amazed me about this game. That is unfortunately going to be lost to time now, since I no longer have the physical version. And it's just not worth it anymore to have the original disc drive in here when I've got a GDEMU. Alright. Chapter 1. GG. Alright. You know, since we're gonna be like using gum starting from here on, might as well do this. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, look at this again. Like they are still using like a number of like the original Japanese version graffiti, but it does not line up with what the English text they landed on for the for the overseas release. Was there ever a way to like import your own graffitis, like from an external file to load it into the game? I think there was only a program that was ever made for that, or like a way to do it on like the Steam version. Like for the Dreamcast version, I think it was like the way it was expected to be done back in the day was when there used to be online, like you could connect to the internet right here. You could connect to the internet via Potts's Kennel, and like it would take you to the Jet Set Radio website or whatever, or Jet Grind Radio, whichever was the one for your region. And you could like check high scores for that other players have like had like on the levels, as well as I think download graffiti from there. Because when you make custom graffiti, it makes a save for it specifically on your VMU. But no one's no one's been able to like recreate the means to like share graffiti on the Dreamcast versions over the internet since SegaNet and all that. The infrastructure went down, so you want to do custom graffiti on a Dreamcast version of Jet Set Radio, you gotta deal with like the OG editor and all that. I don't think anyone's really like come up with like a decent solution for just making like a image file on your computer and like converting it into like a VMU file. But whatever. Let's get this underway. Alright. Shibuya GG. 5 souls I need to get, and I have picked these up like on the first run so many times, it's like I don't even need to look at the list to make sure. I just gotta focus on getting the 2 hardest ones out of the way first. Because I am not tall enough to reach them with a running jump. There we go. No. Ooh. Oh, that was close. That bus was about to pull me. That bus was straight up about to pull me like out of the mission area and just fail me outright. That was scary. Like, jumping onto the bus from the very start of this mission is the easiest part to getting that soul. The hardest part is making sure you can get off in time before you fail it because you go out of bounds. It's nuts. There we go. Oh, look at all those graffiti points. And got it. That's the best angle to try and get it from. Cool. And then... Ooh. A golden rule when playing Jet Set Radio. Always go for the biggest mandatory tags first. You get those out of the way, like, you only have to deal with, like, the small tags that you can quickly get done before the cops harass you too much. Ah! Screwed up the loop, whatever. Honestly, I'm just like doing like this this grind loop as Gum just to show off. It's not really necessary if you're playing as her. Like, if you just stick entirely to using the high graffiti stat characters, you're guaranteed to like get a jet ranking at the end of it no matter what, just because like doing well on the graffiti combos gets you so many points. It's really only if you're like challenging yourself with characters like Korn who have low graffiti stats to begin with but have high technique points. It's the sort of thing where the more I think about it, the idea of like the 3 different stats that they have for these characters, you know, like power, graffiti, and tech. Like, graffiti and tech are fine. They make sense, you know? I mean, they're the jet challenges, jet graffiti, and jet technique that are designed for those. But I feel like power is kind of like a wasted category because of like the jet race challenges that require you to like win a race, be as fast as possible. So it would have made more sense if they just had like the third stat be speed or something. And then like, yeah, just something like that, and simply limit the just make it so that the power stat isn't really like a thing that's surfaced, because all it really does is just like all power represents is your player's health. You know, it's like how much punishment they can take. And it's ultimately like kind of irregardless of like what the size of your like health box actually is, funny enough. Got it. I tagged him. He was so upset, and then I just knocked him straight over again for good measure. What an asshole. Ugh. Alright. We got all the souls. We tagged Onishima's back. And we got all the graffiti. And we were already well past the requirement for jet ranking on this level, which was 30k. Yeah, you go, Gum. Alright.
I'm hijacking the airways and terrorizing you with tunes, because we're gonna turn these dirty streets into one big dance party. Jet Set Radio! Those cats who ransacked Shibuya-cho turned out to be the Love Shockers.
It's those people.
Now they're looking to do some breaking of their own. Watch out for these psychos. When you see their heart-shaped graffiti around, you know someone somewhere is crying with the uki uki waku waku feeling. Can the GG save Shibuya-cho from the trap of love, or is it too late?
Alright. That was successful. All souls in the bus terminal, plus a jet ranking. We can move on. Do Love Trap. This one, it has 7 souls. I'm quickly looking over my list just to remind me again of, like, where they all are. Because it's, like, there's 3 I know that I can get in a chain. 4th that is, like, at the top of that slide. On a rooftop, 6 on a railing, and then, yeah, the 7th. Yeah, the 7th is the hardest one because it's another one of those souls that is just hanging high above the street. And I think I was refreshing myself on, like, just watching some videos on YouTube of, like, here's where all the graffiti souls are in Jet Set Radio and how to get them. And the idea was, like, for the ones that I remember still being hard, I wanted to refresh myself on what the optimal way to get them is, because it involves getting on top of, like, a vehicle, specifically, like, a bus or a truck, because they're tall enough for it to count. So I wanted to make sure that I found one that wasn't going to be too difficult, and I think I did find one. But first, might as well get these out of the way if I can hit them. There we go. Yeah, because I think I got enough cans for these optional tags in the canal. Oh, half pipes. You're still the worst feeling part about both Jet Set Radio games, funny enough. Like, for all people say about, like, Future feeling so much better, they really don't do a lot to make half pipes any less agonizing. Alright, we got those. Damn it. Oh, shoot. There, got it, just barely. Alright, let's try and get fancy and, like, ride this crane. Got it, first try. Nailed it. And got the soul. Nice. And now we can get the following two that are in very close proximity to each other by dropping down on here. And then jump over to this platform, not take fall damage, and pick up the soul on the other side of this chain link fence. Now we should get to the street proper and deal with, like... Yeah, because that was 3, 4... 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, that was... I completely missed the, because I'm trying to find a way to, like, get onto, like, a specific, traffic sign. Oh. Oh, no, I see my problem. Take that, Onishima. Alright. It's alright. I still got plenty of time. And got it. Sweet. Now, the remaining ones that I need to get. They all have to deal with me using this particular rail. I'm actually going to try and get the hardest one first. So let's see. When's a... Ow. No, I messed up. I did not get enough speed from it. Although, looking at it, I don't know if I would have gotten enough height either way from... Yeah, this might be tricky, because I don't recall if I've ever actually gone on top of a truck this way. I think I always, like, jumped over, like, that walkway bridge, like, with the stairs connecting them. Oh, you can get on there this way. Hell yeah. Done. Oh my god, that tree has collision. Okay. Now then, I think it's only fair, now that we got all the souls we need for this level, let's take care of the XL tags. Get those out of the way. And we don't need to be fancy every time taking the crane, you know? Just keep focusing. Man, I've been so used to, over the years of, like... at least I think I've gotten so used to, like, using the Dreamcast controller for doing the graffitis, but the way the stick feels always makes me feel like it's going to slip out from under my thumb at some point. Like, the weird notches on the top of the stick never feel like it's actually going to keep it like, under my thumb exactly at all times. There! We got those. So... gotta get more cans, because despite the high graffiti stats, gum cannot carry very much. Kind of to be expected. Alright. Ow. That didn't work. I forgot about that telephone pole. I'm glad Onishima is still staying in place. If I was playing on an emulator, he probably would have started moving around again, because I feel like that's a weird glitch that only shows up there. I have no idea why that is, but it is a thing. There. Ow. How did I miss that? I feel like that should have gotten me landed on there. Oh, who cares? I got enough for the remaining XL tag. Just right at the end of this street. God, this game's soundtrack is always gonna be perfect in my eyes. This version, I guess especially now that it's like... well, I guess I don't know. I mean, like, I've kind of grown a bit partial to, like, the weird, trashy, US-only tracks that they added into the game with, like, Dragula and whatnot. They're not, you know, like... I mean, the Dragula remix is whatever. It's freaking Dragula. It's like a guilty pleasure at this point. But the other two songs were always like, slow and Just Got Wicked were always so, like, not good by any metric. Wait, did he just actually start becoming active again? What the hell? Oh, god damn it. Alright, fine, we'll do it this way. Broke up a combo, but it's whatever. Yeah, that is so weird. Like, I guess it isn't just an emulator-specific problem. It seems more like just a weird glitch with, like, this particular level. Ow, hold on. Actually, I want to show off something if I can remember how... if I get the angle properly. Oh, no, I can't. I gotta approach it from way higher. It's not worth it, but that is technically a way that you can, like, get away from the cops if you so desire. But it's fine. I'm pretty sure it's like we're still set to get our jet ranking from this. And if somehow we don't, then at the very least I could, like, make up for, like, on the New Game Plus or something. Because if there's one stretch of levels I know I absolutely need to get jet ranking on the first go, it's all the ones that you get in, like, in, what was it? Yeah, in Chapter 3. Oh, well, but that's whatever. We still got jet anyway. We got all 7 souls. That's all good. So, yeah, next stage I want to do is Ben 10 Boogie. I've always habitually been the one to, like, do the Kogani missions first, which causes, like which causes the cutscenes where Potts gets kidnapped. But instead, we're going after the noise tanks first, which means the Poison Jam's gonna be like attacking our hideout by littering it with a bunch of frogs. But that's always like an important thing to consider, because the playthrough that you unlock Potts is when you have the noise tanks kidnap him in the first place. Alright, Benton Boogie, in which there are only 3 to pick up, which works for me. I still remember exactly where all 3 of those are. Okay. Time for some David Soul. Hitting us with Miller Ball Breakers. Ooh, okay, hold on. No! Oh god. I completely did not notice that was a... Oh, shit. Whatever. We'll get back up there. That was going to be the first one I tried to get, but it was difficult because I did not know that there was a drop-off. Like, just a slight drop-off. Of all things. Right, I gotta be... There we go. Now let's get to the top of this tower and do like the grind down the rail. Oh yeah, this was always cool. Benton Cho is still like my favorite of like the main 3 districts. Ow. I did not get the angle right. Shoot. Oh, come on. How was that not enough? Ah, screw it. I'll get this XL out of the way. Yes! Alright, good. We got all 3 tags on this stage. Now, I'm trying to remember... Yeah, these are small. I forget. Was there... Yeah. Like the larger... like the larger XL... tags... are usually ones that are being occupied by other gang members currently tagging them. That's the idea, I think. Yeah, that's small. Gotta do these in the proper order, people. You know how it is. Oh, but there is... I spy me an XL down there. Let's get that. Gotta hit these in the proper order before the cops decide to come in and inflict police brutality. Okay. Yeah, that's... Yeah, those are large tags. I still got plenty of time as is. It's totally fine for me to just kind of slow my pace down just a bit. Alright, that one's out of the way. Oh, come on. How'd I miss that? Shoot. Okay, come on. Get it together, camera. Thank you. Now we'll take care of this. And then deal with the tags that are on the rooftops. Because I'm pretty sure there's still one more wave of reinforcements that come in, and I want to say that they were off the top of my head, they were the tear gas troops again. Yeah, so far everything is just going swimmingly. It's like riding a bike, man. Alright, where are the remaining tags? Yeah, I think they're all on the ground floor, I think. Yeah, they are. Alright, we'll do this. Yep, tear gas is being deployed once again. Alright. Oh shit, dead end. That's right. Alright, just keep going. Oh, damn it. Get up there. Yeah, because the thing with the tear gas troops is that, like, even if you're up on the rooftops, like, where they deploy the tear gas doesn't really matter, like, as far as location. If you're just in their general vicinity, even if they can't, like, physically see or get to you, they will fire anyway and hit you regardless. Alright. Oh, yeah, there's... Oh, wait, no, that's right. There was the one, like, at the top. Whatever, I think it's fine. I don't think the tear gas dudes are able to actually reach you that way. Let's do this. Done. Alright. 3 souls, 40k plus 44k, and a jet ranking. As expected. Oh. This is still such a good game.
The GG Garage is just jumping with frogs. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Wonder who did it. The noise came from Benton Show. They won't eat anything.
Just beat, always standing there, shoulders and arms shrugged, like, I don't know.
Right on, brothers. Word is, last month's big blackout was their work. Look out. Get these guys mad and it's no cable for the kids.
Alright. Now the next one I want to get is the first Kogani mission out of the way, which I believe has the most Graffiti Souls to pick up in one go. Except, oh yeah, we gotta deal with a rival first. I believe this one's... Yeah, it's Mew. Or Beast, I think, as she's called in this. Let's do it. Yeah, just look at all those frogs. They're just putting up with it now. I guess this is their life. Think you can do this? I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah. I've had to do this plenty of times in order to get that one freaking Graffiti Soul in this area. Took damage, but it still counts. Next one's harder. Not really. I've done this exact line that you're gonna show me like dozens of times. The game expects you to do it like naturally. Yeah, that's nothing. Yep. Down the rail we go. And nailed it again. Now the third one I know that she's gonna show me is... It definitely is a bit tricky. I think I still find myself screwing it up here or there because it's kind of a blind jump at the start. Yeah. I may get a game over screen from this, who knows? No. And... nailed it. Okay. Yeah, Mew. You mean beast. Whatever. Who cares? Point is, I can still read what the text is anyway because they left the English files from Jet Grind Radio on here. It's fine. Okay. That's another character in our squad who we're not going to use. It's totally fine. I mean, her stats are more average, if anything. They're, like, kind of similar to Beats. Yeah, just trading a bit of power for technique. Not good enough graffiti, though, which is what we need. Alright. I think I still remember off the top of my head all the souls I need to get. Some of them could be a bit tricky. I may, depending on how much bad luck I have, I may or may not end up, like, going back to the garage to restart the level. Alright. First, we're going to get this grind that, like, most people probably don't even realize is here the first time, because why would you go straight to the end? Yep. First one down, but there's still more. Got it. Short hop, and it's done. Now, I think this one might actually be the hardest one I still recall from doing things this way. Ow. Because the... Ow. No. Okay, I started jumping off that wall just a bit too late. Okay, no, we got it. First three out of the way. We gotta work fast, though. 500 and some seconds may seem like it's a lot, but for like how multi-level that this stage is, and how many souls we need to pick up at the same time, it's kind of just barely enough. I mean, just imagine how much harder it would be trying to do this if I was using anyone but Gum. Like, if I was using someone, with like a mid or low graffiti stat. But that's 4. Ow. Freaking wall screwed up my rail. And... ooh, just barely. Alright, that's 6. Ow. And then... hold on. Man, I keep colliding at the wrong angles and it screws up my momentum. But yeah, here's the next one behind this water tower. And there we go. All right. Now, fortunately, all of the graffiti we need to hit, I think, is just situated like on this top level. So we just gotta hang out there, and we're good. Take care of the really big ones. Not that, or those. Well, those cops are dead. Nailed it. Alright, that's the first real big one. No, those are still small. There. There it is. Okay, now we got Onishima and some attack dogs. Okay, let's actually... There's that asshole. Oh, God. I did not mean to go that way. Shit. Ah. Yeah, only 9 more. I forgot. Like that steep part of the rail doesn't actually count as a rail. So you just slide right off it. Oh, who cares? Actually, let me just double check again. Okay, yeah, there's no graffiti I need to tag like on the other side of that, so. Ow, come on. There we go. Okay. Now we got the attack choppers. I still have time, so let's see, maybe, just maybe, I can spray paint the nose of it and just cause it to crash. Because that's always fun. Yeah, but I kind of want to also get some... Damn it. Oh. Oh, man. It's still too high. Oh! Yo! Yo, I got it! Just barely. I had to take a dip in the pond, but it's fine. It gave me the camera angle. That's the confirmation. All right. Oh, nope. That was a short wall hop. Yeah, that's how you know that this is being done by a pro. Ah. Nice and quiet. Yeah, and you can see the wreckage right over there. Wait, Nitro? Oh, come on.
Let's get scratching.
Oh, fuck, that's right. I should have gone for... I should have tried getting, like, at least a grind loop in there or something. Considering how long it was taking already just to get all 8 of these. Like, I was running out of... Like, because you get a ton of points if you finish things super fast. Oh, well, that's whatever. I can easily get that on the New Game Plus. Because what's important is making sure I get all jet rankings for the levels prior to the ones in Chapter 3. But that's like an easy enough one to get when all I have to focus on is just graffiti and points. Totally fine. Alright. Which one am I doing next? Graffiti High. Oh god, yeah, Graffiti High. That's another one with like... That one's got 7 souls I can potentially pick up on one go if I'm good enough. But I think I can manage. After I get Garam on our team. Who is currently wearing the skull of Sonic the Hedgehog on his neck, on his gold chain. Okay. There. Hope everyone's still enjoying this. I mean, I am. I'm playing the damn game anyway, and it's one of my all-time favorites. Just something to show people that it's like, yeah, this game may have a bit of a weird learning curve as far as playing it, but like there's like definitely a certain satisfaction to once you understand the physics and start playing this like it's a Sega arcade game, where it's like it ain't a one and done deal. It's a game you're expected to master. And at this point, I'd say I've mostly mastered it. I think the only thing I'm still kind of lax on is, like, consistently nailing those, like, those grind loops. Because pretty much every stage, like, every section of, like, the game's levels, with the exception of, like, the big hill in Shibuya, has a loop of some kind. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this loop, obviously he's not looping it, but, like, once you understand, like, how things work... Oh, damn it, no. Shit. Alright. First game over. Whatever. Skip that. Yeah. It's all about understanding, like, the right time you need in order to do either just, like, a regular jump and then adjust, or do, like, a hard, like, side jump to the left or right and then adjust, you know? It's the sort of thing where it's like, you look at, like, how air control works, and you would think that this game would actually play pretty well with, like, an arcade stick, you know, having, like, a 8-directional, like, digital stick or something. I've actually tried that, though, funny enough, in emulators. The, yeah, like, obviously with stuff like Flycast or Demule or any of these other ones, you definitely have to, like, do a lot of, like, custom mapping in order to make it work, because otherwise, this game basically could be played with, like, just 3 buttons and, like, a digital stick mapped to, like, the same directions on the analog stick. It's the sort of thing where, man, I wish this game actually had the idea to support that. But whatever. Alright. We're going to Graffiti High. We got 7 souls to get. So hopefully I remember exactly how to do it. I think I'm just gonna focus on doing a loop back to my starting point, getting all the souls that I can. And from there, I will then just focus on getting the graffiti. Because by that point, I should hopefully have enough cans to to hit all these. Actually, you know what? I might as well just hit this one down here while I'm at it, because it's an optional one. It won't contribute to the cops showing up. And it's an XL. That's totally fine. Still, 1 soul down out of 7. Yeah, you'd also be amazed as well, like, if you were to play this on emulator with an arcade stick, that, like, even doing the graffiti with, like, 8-way directional inputs is still totally manageable. Like, it's not looking for that much specifics that it absolutely needs to be sure that you are doing full half circles or 360s and, like, checking every single degree that you're hitting it. Alright. Yeah, but this one's still kind of a pain. Oh, damn it. Ugh. I could not exactly see. Can I please? Oh, just got inside. I swear, like, the knockback collision from that is almost like RNG-like. Damn it. Why did I have to miss that again? Shoot. Yeah, this way. Oh, god damn it. No. Actually, no, screw it. Because I just remembered that, like, the time limit on this is, like, weirdly short. And I absolutely just want to limit the amount of times I have to keep missing a jump or a rail because of this shit. Yeah, and I think actually because of that, I'm going to ignore that optional XL tag down in the, on the train line. I'll save that for, like, once I complete this loop around, because I need to be sure I waste no time. That I don't make a bunch of mistakes trying to get all these Graffiti Souls first, because it's like 500 seconds, you know? You know, that's like 8 or so minutes. 8+ minutes. Yeah, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Feels like a lot, but again, this is Jet Set Radio we're talking about. Oh, come on! I should have gone. I should have just waited till I got to, like, the platform. Oh, come on! Oh, I hate this. I hate the not knowing exactly for sure what angle it's gonna hit you. Oh! Oh my god, that was close. That was too close. Are you kidding? Ugh. Alright, that works. Oh, just got it. Oh, fuck. Just let me out of here, please. Okay, no, this works. What? No, 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 that did not work. No, why did I jump over that? I completely misjudged the distance. Ah, no. Redoing this. I hate this. This should not have... I should have just stayed on the rail. I should not have jumped trying to get some extra speed. This is doable, but I never professed to this being easy. I never settle on easy. Unless it's a game I really, really cannot be fucked to try and, like, push myself to prove a point. It has to deserve it. Alright. Let's try this again. Now then, okay. Let's see if I can just, to make things easy on myself, I'll just try and land on that rail, let it take me to the main platform, and stop. Oh, are you kidding? Man, some parts of this game drive me up the wall. Still love it, though. It's definitely one of those things where it's like, I definitely appreciate the smart addition they made to the HD versions, where they were like, you know what? We finally have a controller that has a second analog stick. Let's just make it use the camera like a normal game. Damn it. Missed it. Shit. Whatever, I'll get back up. Yeah, because otherwise I'm pretty sure these are like the... Definitely some of the hardest, souls to get in a row. Wait, no, I just realized I probably could have... I could have wall grinded off that and got onto the rail. Let's try this. Yes, got it. That's a nice way to get back on. Ugh. Sometimes it's like you wish the magnetism for the rails was like stronger than it actually is. But then I find myself going to Jet Set Radio Future and going, oh no, they overtune this in some instances. So you just get the opposite problem. There we go. Now we can get out of this this square. Because, yeah, that's 4. Yeah, for the next 3, 2 of them are easy. One of them will either make or break this entire run. Then I might have to restart if I miss that last one on the first jump. Because if I miss it, it is not worth trying to deal with, like, the limit of, like, 5 minutes. Alright, that's... Okay. Moment of truth. Can I get this 7th and final one on the first jump? Can I? Please, for the love of God, let me get it. I forget, which walkway do I need to take in order to reach it? Oh, no, I have to take the next one on the right. The one that, like, goes high. No! Ugh. Wait, no. No, this might be salvaged. I managed to get back up. Accidentally. I didn't even know I could do that. Let's try this. Okay, good. Oh, fuck. Thank Christ. Oh, wow, that's... I never realized that could actually work as a way to get back up top. Nice. Too bad I have less than 4 minutes to go, so I gotta freaking book it. At the very least, this XL tag should help me. It's gonna be a tight... It's gonna be like a tight get no matter what. God, I still feel like I should have restarted once I missed that first jump. Because it's like... I need to go back through here and take care of the large tags because fortunately, like in that big circular area, like the really large tags are all like on the roofs. Here, the large tags are on the ground level. And now I got less than 3 minutes. This is probably gonna be rough. Yeah, parachute squad first, then I'm going to clean up this street as quickly as I can. Attack this dude for good measure, because fuck you. Is that... Oh, no, there's still one more here? Shit. Oh, it was on that side. No wonder. God damn it. Minute and a half. This might not be worth it. This might not be. God damn it. Oh, fuck, this is gonna be close. If it will actually work, I don't know. Oh, I forgot that paratrooper still ends up getting, like, stuck on that telephone pole. That's hilarious. In all the re-releases they've done of this game, they've still not fixed that. That is beautiful. Okay, hold on. Is there... Right, 8, which should be on the bottom floor if I can only get 7 more cans. Oh, damn it, just run. Oh, come on, just get the cans. 15 seconds. Okay, no, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. 4, 3... Oh! And a jet ranking. Would you look at that? Ugh. Yeah, that just firmly reminded me, like, re-cemented the fact in my brain. Graffiti High, getting jet ranking and all Graffiti Souls on the same run is the hardest mission to do that.
Easy, just burn your house down.
Oh my god. Oh.
After their territory was attacked, them noise tanks ran amok.
And even then, I don't remember having the timer get that low for me. I think that was the closest it got to 0 in all my times playing this. But I think that's also because I did a lot more resets on this level every time, like, I screwed up a jump or a grind rail. Ugh. Yeah, so the Monster of Kogane, I guess, is still the only one that doesn't have a jet ranking at the moment, but that can be easily salvaged. Alright, number 540. I know this is less, so... Yeah, it's only 4. I remember where all 4 of those are. We can do this. At this point, I could just keep skipping, like, the character select animation, because I know what it looks like. I'm using the same character every time for this first run-through. Find all the red arrows and spray. And the green arrows. Alright, that's 1. Can I? Oh! Oh, wow. I think the slowdown kind of helped me confirm that was what would happen. Oh. 1. Oh, man, I did not knock into him to get it. Whatever. That's 3. All right. This level's gonna be so much more stress-free compared to what we went through a while ago. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, I screwed that up. Whew. There. Now let's see if I can... Yep. Grab that. Can I also get the... Yep. Alright, we got Max. Let's take care of the double XL on the roof. Wow. It is slowing down a lot more on that camera angle than I ever remember it doing. But I guess it has been a while since I've actually played the original Dreamcast version of Jet Grind. And last one. All plus 50s on them, too. Look at me. I'm a pro GG. Alright. Let's stock back up again. Have they respawned? Some of them have. And there. There. Nah, I don't want to go for that yet. I feel like there's still more up top that would be like a more priority target. Like, I forget if there were any other XL tags, or if the only remaining ones that are large are, you know, are just large ones. No. I guess the XL on the roof was all there was. You know, actually, I'm going to take care of, like, some of these small ones. Because once the helicopters spawn in this, the paratroopers go away to begin with. Oh, but I should also... Yo, Onishima, where you at? I know you're here, Onishima, you big fucking nerd. Where's your jacket? I need to spray something. Where are you? Okay. Thank God for the map. Thank God for the map just telling you where. Gotcha! Oh, why did it not? Wow, that is bizarre. Why is the tag icon, like, not showing? Okay, no, I guess it was being very specific. I needed to be high up. Alright, here we go. 3 helicopters, let's see. Oh! Ow! Not high enough for that. Well, at least one's down. Oh, well. Let's get to higher ground quickly. Ow! How is it? Okay, so they can only go so low. Oh, got it. And that's 3. All right. Love the smell of burning Apaches in the late afternoon, evening. Yeah, I guess late afternoon this is. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, I think I get it. He's trying to get into his, like, position where he's supposed to crash. Duh. Yeah. I forgot. That's right. They do have their specific crash locations that they need to go to. Alright. Now we can just wrap this level up. Got it. With over 3 minutes to spare. And a jet. Hell yeah. Ugh. Let me get a drink.
This is Tokyo's hard-walking, truth-talking, always squawking Jet Set Radio! Even the Keisatsus tune in here when they're not eating donuts. Looks like the GGs have filled the streets of Kogane-cho with their graffiti. Those froggies turned right back in the little tadpoles and swam away as fast as they could. Ribbit. Poison Jam is on the run. And if the GGs go after them, Kogane-cho is there.
Alright, so the next 2 missions we have available all have to do with beating these gangs. I think... Yeah, I think I'll deal with Poison Jam first, because Kogane Circus only has 3 that I can get. 3 Graffiti Souls. Yep, we'll do that. They're quick enough to get, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because one's in a hidden hallway, the other is where Poison Jam starts, and then the third is, like, on a gap that we have to cross. I'll leave those chums there for a while. But yeah, with how the pacing of this is going, I would not be surprised if by the end... I would not be surprised if, like, I managed to get to, like, the end of this first playthrough entirely on stream. It is possible. I've done, like, this game is short enough that, like, once you understand it, it can take you about 3 to 4 hours. I mean, obviously less if you're not trying to go the completionist route like I am. Alright, now let's... Alright, 10 is fine for a start. Okay. At least at least for the Japanese re-release, they went with like how these, with like the final versions of like how these. Nice, first try, first one down rather in like a single try. But yeah, it's the sort of thing where like I still need to do more of like a thorough demonstration of like the original Japanese version of Jet Set Radio, like to really show how much it differs. I'll allow it. I still tagged him. It's fine. Because it's like one of the big differences in the original Japanese version, when you got to like these fights with the like the gang members, they didn't have this stop and go approach where they go along a set path and then stop until you catch up and then resume. Like all three of them were basically independently going their own routes, and you had to like find and intercept them so you could like catch up and then tag them. It was, I don't know exactly whether or not like I like it more than what they ended up with like on future versions, because it really does feel like yeah, I don't know. I guess it makes like the process of doing these missions more dynamic. But I could also see how it probably made things a bit harder than normal if people were not entirely used to, like, how to take advantage of the physics and whatnot. Oh my god. Because I at least know, like, when I played Jet Grind Radio, it did feel like there was quite a learning curve as far as like how best to deal with these particular challenges. Because you got to get real close to their backs and then like just mash that button. Of course, back then when I was starting, I didn't have the knowledge I do now, where it's like, oh yeah, you like every time you jump, you gain extra speed because you have like really good acceleration. So you just chain like short jumps in order to like catch up to them. Like no joke, that is a more efficient way of like catching up to other gang members you're trying to chase than just holding the right trigger to dash. It's very weird. But I mean, like, it wouldn't be a video game, like an arcadey video game, if you weren't discovering like weird like physics or mechanics quirks.
Is there a clue here somewhere? Why was he hiding something like that so carefully? Or maybe it was just a piece of junk.
Alright. So the next we gotta do is noise reduction, which has 5, I believe. 5 that are convenient to get at this stage. Although one of them is another stupid Graffiti Soul that's hovering high above a road, and I need to... and from there I need to actually, like, time my jumps onto the top of a moving vehicle to catch it. Oh yeah, but we could still do Jet Graffiti if we wanted. Which I don't... No, it's fine. I'll save the jet missions for like the next stream, because I know for a fact that like if things are going as planned, the first regular story playthrough of this game is all that this first stream is going to entail. And Friday I can get the remaining graffiti out of the way, speedrun through the missions again on New Game Plus, and unlock the remaining characters. Okay. But yeah, the one with like the soul hovering above the road is what I'm dreading the most. Not even the ones that like require you to like get to a very high up area of the level. Let's just get to where that is. Oh, I think I missed my chance. That was like the truck I needed to get on in order to reach it. Yeah. I have no idea how soon that truck will come around, but then again, I have like less than 800 seconds. You know, it's like an extra, what, 12 plus minutes? Alright. And fun fact, this is actually, I think, the only song from De La Jet Set Radio that when they made the HD version, they couldn't relicense for the. Oh no, I did it too late. Shoot. Yeah, this is actually the only song they couldn't, I think, bring back for the HD version. Which is weird because, like, the HD version also, I think if I recall, they did get the Jet Grind Radio exclusive tracks on there as well. In addition to the ones they introduced into the European version, like Recipe for the Perfect Afro. But yeah, like, this version is ultimately based entirely on the European release. The only reason I'm not playing the European release is that even if it is exactly the same, like, I would rather limit the amount of, like, PAL region games I have on the my GDEMU, if only because it's kind of frustrating that, like, once I boot them up, I always have to go through the hassle of, like, selecting the menu option to switch from 50 to 60 hertz. And I have to do it while the image on my CRT is just flickering like crazy. Because that's the only way I can see it. I can't view the 50 hertz screen through Elgato because it can't recognize that frequency, so it just does not display a signal. So imagine how unplayable PAL games through like through a pass-through device like the capture card would be if you didn't have like an upscaler or some shit to get it to recognize properly. Let's see if I can get this right on the third time. If not, I think I'll actually just restart the level, because I don't want to. Oh, just barely. Third time's the charm. Fuck yeah. Now let's get the second hardest tags out of the way. Oh! Damn it. Oh, I forgot to short hop right at the end. Damn it. I mean, getting up that rail and landing on like these on the roof of like these sky bridges is the hardest part. Everything after that, not so much. No, I lost too much speed. Shit. No, and that's not enough height either. Damn it. Man, I spent so much of like my energy and brain cells on like trying to get that soul hovering off the over the road. No! Ah, damn it. Yeah, I spent so much of my brain cells on trying to get that first one that I'm now drawing a blank on how I got up to the top of these sky bridges in the first place. Oh, no, got it. Okay, fine. Now I just gotta wait for this crane to come back around and jump on it. Hell yeah. Okay, be very careful because I want to line this up just right. Okay, so get on the rail. Wait, was that not it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to approach it from this angle. Shoot. Whatever. I still got it. No! No, 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 no. Oh. No, I'm restarting. Screw that. Ugh. You know what? Actually, yeah, because I'm going to restart, and I'm going to get those first two, like, that are way high up, and then worry about the freaking, Graffiti Soul that's hovering above the road. God. Okay. Yeah, this is the second hardest batch of Graffiti Souls to get in a row. Like, Love Trap's not as annoying as this. Oh, first try, first try. Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll just do it this way, and then we'll get back off on the sky bridge that we jumped from initially, because this is the only angle that we can get it proper. Ooh, okay. There we go. I just needed to not jump off at the angle that I did. Okay, that was so much easier. Now watch as I struggle somehow with the floating soul above the road. That's gonna be real embarrassing if it takes me that much longer now. No, I didn't want to do that, but in the interim, I want to also get this soul that's like on the floating in between the tree. If it would just stop doing that to me. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm not gonna hit it from the incline. There we go. That's what I need. Okay. And then once we get this fourth soul, the fifth one is shockingly easy by comparison to all of these. All right, here comes. Ooh! Ooh, just barely again. No! No! God! Oh! It started turning, and it just completely threw off, like, my angle for the jump. God. Mm. All right. No more screwing around. I'm just hopping mad about that. That I gotta wait for, like, that truck to come by again. Asshole. Oh, no! Damn it, just what I thought. Like, now this is gonna be, like, even more of a pain. I can only focus on getting one of these proper at a time, not both, it seems like. But I'm determined. I have about 10 minutes left. And once I know what I'm doing, it doesn't take that long to tag all 3 noise tanks and, like, get the mission over with. But if it doesn't give me Jed ranking, it's no biggie, because, like, they're the only things you have to tag, and the Jed ranking is pretty much guaranteed based on how fast you do things. So I'm probably not gonna get that. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh fuck. Okay. Good. All right. Now the last tag, the last soul we're gonna get is the easiest ever, because all it requires Okay, well, I kind of screwed that up, admittedly, but whatever. We got the turnaround. Are you kidding? You see what I'm talking about? It's like you, Oh, screw it. Who cares? Fine. Whatever. We got all the souls anyway. Let's just, like, clean up these two assholes. Oh my god. Damn it. No. There. All right. Let's just keep moving. Ow! Damn it. No. All right, still got him. That's what counts. Okay. Shoot. Did the cans respawn yet? No, but there's like a 5 can right there. Okay. Oh, and now they respawn. Thank you. Can't help to have too many. Ah, shoot. Could not get close enough. Okay, just get down here. There we go. Nice. It's not gonna be a... Oh, it's still a jet. Never mind. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it would have been like 30k for this, considering the amount of time they give. But that's cool. Still jet on everything except Monster Kogane.
Music that's violently smooth. It's Jet Set Radio. Even if you're locked up in the joint, don't forget to turn on that radio. The noise tanks just got scrapped. They played too many video games, and now it's game over. No continues either.
They actually had continues. It's just that they're too prideful and they have to 1cc everything in life.
Perfectly with the piece from Poison Jam. Love shoppers have the other piece? Guess you gotta ask them.
Guess so. Alright. Love Attack is next. That one has 5. 2 of those are ridiculously easy to get because they're right in the middle of the big downhill road. But we got this. Oh, another rival. Who's next? Oh yeah, that's right. We got Yo-Yo. This punk ass. I'll be honest. I don't like Yo-Yo as a character, but I have to begrudgingly accept that Yo-Yo is most likely, objectively, probably the best character in the game. No, scratch that. He is best character. He's speedy enough, and he has, he is lucky to have both high technique and high graffiti scores.
3, 2, 1, go!
Trying to remember again, because it's like... Yeah. Oh, damn it. Yeah, it's totally fine because, yeah, now I'm remembering, like, the core route. It had been a while. Like, I'd forgotten that this is what Yo-Yo's challenge was, and that it's like a race through all the districts you've been in so that you can get the, so that you can, like, tag, like, this lone graffiti spot right at the end. And we gotta go through here. How far back is he currently? Oh, yeah, he's still outside the underground entrance. We got this. Oh, God, this is reminding me. I'm gonna have to, like, double check. Tagging the streets, are we? You're damn right we are, although currently we're mostly racing so that we can get to a spot to tag. Sup, Arian? Hope your evening's going well. I am currently making Jet Set Radio my bitch because I have played this game so many times. I know how to do things. Like that. Alright. But yeah, Yo-Yo's a punk. I hate him. But I have to admit that he's like the best character to use if you want as many points as possible from doing graffiti and grind loops at the same time. It's kind of unfair. There are so many cooler characters. Okay. Vitamin D, my blood is down to minus levels though. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, just keep taking care of yourself. Hope everything goes well. But yeah, I'm doing fine. Things have been kind of busy on my end, obviously. My sister, not too long ago, finally bought a house. So we're kind of like getting ready for like the next several weeks to spend like getting prepared for moving. Like, but in the meantime, I'm also still busy, like, you know, streaming games, trying to sell off some of my old games that I know I don't need to own physically anymore, so that I can use that to get, like, some retro purchases off my bucket list. And I'm in the process of, hopefully, if things go well by this weekend, I'll... So kind of how was the last few weeks. Hope that goes well for you. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, fortunately, it's like the place we're in is still fine for the time being. It's just also a bit more hectic since my grandfather recently passed away. So in the interim between now and when we move, there's also a memorial service that I have to be ready for. But on the plus side, this weekend, I'll hopefully be acquiring a new desk that I won't be using right away, but it will be ready to use once we move it into the new place. Because I could really use like a much nicer looking setup than what I currently have. There's just a bit of uncertainty, though, with the desk as far as, like, because of the shape and the size, I still don't know exactly, like, how well it will fit with everything in the new room with its current size. But we'll know for sure in, like, a few weeks. I mean, one other thing I also need to make sure gets done for the new place is that I get, like, an internet technician in to like install a coaxial in my room so that I can actually have easy access to the router. Because if I could do that, that'll make things so much easier for like my FTP setups and other stuff that requires connecting an Ethernet cable to my various consoles. Because my OG Xbox needs it, and unfortunately my 360 also needs it because I guess at some point for whatever reason, I can't get the actual Wi-Fi part of it to work anymore. So it can only connect to XBLA and like the store and all that other stuff if I have an Ethernet cable plugged in. That's fun. Ow. I got a bit too close to that bus trying to sketch it, but it didn't work. I need a fast, reliable way back up to the... Ah, damn it. I had LAN for the longest time and just switched to a wireless LAN adapter on my PC. Not sure how I'll work that out on my consoles once those are back, though, since adapters on consoles are super expensive. Oh, yeah, okay, I see that. Right now, though, I think, like, the most exciting thing I have to look forward to, actually, is that, Oh, God damn it. I was not paying attention to where I was running into, but I recently got a Sega Saturn. I actually just bought it off of like a friend of mine who had one from like a Yahoo auction over a year ago. And as a result of me like selling some of my games, I actually managed to work out a trade with someone, with a fellow goon, for him to trade me, in exchange for a few GameCube games, a Fenrir ODE. So now I will soon have once I get a couple more parts, I will soon have a means to play Sega Saturn games, much like I can with Dreamcast, without needing the actual discs or anything. I still need a mounting bracket for it, though, and a micro SD card just to get it up and running. But also, even with those, I would still not be ready to do streaming of Dreamcast, of Saturn stuff yet, because I have not acquired an S-Video cable yet, which is important if I wanted to get it to work with my setup. Okay, got it. But yeah, like outside of the stuff for the Fenrir specifically, I feel like if there's at minimum 2 things I need left for it, is obviously, it's the S-Video cables as mentioned, but then I also need to get that Brook adapter that plugs into either Dreamcast or Saturn and just lets you use any USB controller, which means I would have like a more affordable solution for arcade sticks on both systems. Because that's something I absolutely need, because for both Dreamcast and Saturn, unsurprisingly, I have quite a number of fighting games on there. Come on, get back here. Get back here, you bitch. Oh, nice. And the jet ranking, with all 5 souls. And that's it for Chapter 1, actually. Next, we got the Grind City chapters to deal with.
Martians come all the way to Earth just to listen to us. We're Tokyo's finest pirate radio.
I love that ad every time. Especially when this is a radio station. Like, who would even be seeing that? It's just a fun little diorama that Professor K like just has in his booth.
It's a huge business conglomerate that pretty much owns the city. Rokaku Project 2000 is Goji's big city improvement plan to increase productivity and prosperity in the area. The future of Tokyo, he says. If you ask me, it's just a bunch of bull. Them guys have been
damn right.
a lot of GG graffiti. Are the GGs gonna sit back and take it? The Golden Rhinos and the Rokaku Project got nothing to do with me, and it's dangerous to get involved. But you gotta give back what you take, right?
Yeah, stick it to the man. There we go, Chapter 2, Combo and Cube. Now for the story rivals that always have to be added. Like, you always have to get them in your team no matter what, even though I think you can, like, technically, like, decline any of the offers from other gang members. Though, by the same token, why would you ever do that? It's fun to have the whole roster. Like, it's not a proper Jet Set Radio playthrough if you're declining a bunch of the extra characters that would otherwise make the GG's hideout look like it's vibing, because everyone's just dancing to humming the bass line.
I got mad skills.
Damn right you do. If it wasn't for the fact that, like, your stats aren't as good as Gum for Graffiti and getting Jet rankings, you would be the best girl, Cube.
Yo, kid.
Alright.
Hey.
The most important part of dance is music.
Alright, let's go.
Hey. Hey. Uh-huh.
So, we're going from the bus terminal. Oh, god damn it, Beat. Gotta head to Park Street. Damn it, bus. No. God, he's so big and so slow. It's like, I only really bother, like, dealing with, like, using combo at least once in the Grind City chapters as a formality. But if I'm being honest, I just stick to using Cube more. Like, she's the more balanced of the two, in all honesty. There we go. Look at that. Gone on a rail and kept transferring and didn't touch the ground.
Bring it on.
Sweet. And now for the story to come back in full swing. Tell it to us, Combo.
Grind City, my turf. My name's Combo, and me, Cube, and Coin used to own the Bantam Street area in this city. It's a little far from Tokyo, but
Yeah, it's a little far, like only separated by, I don't know, an entire ocean and like the rest of like a continental landmass.
signs all over Grind City. It's
But yeah,
so ugly I
little
even
far.
call it graffiti. Strange
Not an understatement.
rhinos and bizarre symbols. All of our old graffiti's been covered up by these horrific signs. And on top of that, Coin has been kidnapped, and his enormous collection of records has been destroyed. Ever since the emergence
I appreciate them
of
going out of the way to make a
strange
model for
things
Coin,
that
even though he does not appear in this game at all as like a playable character.
Black suits are hanging around
Which
the
always
streets.
felt like a missed opportunity, considering a lot of the bonus characters you get anyway.
Statue here at Grind Square all
You would
over
think that they
town.
would have added Coin in
Definitely
just to kind of complete the original Grind City trio.
fishy going on.
Even if he had no, like place in the story. Because again, you unlock Rokaku Goji as a playable character. You get to play as Potts. You get to play as the GG's dog. Like, think about that. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with cube. Since they do limit you to only combo and cube for your first playthrough of the Grind City chapters. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Starting to slide down a bit in my chair. My nose has been a bit twitchy. It's all fine. Okay, so 5 Graffiti Souls in Bantam. 2 are close to each other. One's in the back street, one is behind the sign, and the other's on like a rail underneath the underneath the passing train. Yeah, I could do this.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
No! No! Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm restarting that. Screw it. I should have known something had gone wrong because of the... I messed up on one of the earlier angles that I just completely undershot. Because otherwise, that is a really cool grind, like wall grind transfer that you can do. Like there's a very specific kind of level design feel to the Grind City chapters that just lets you know that this was not originally part of the game when it first came out. Like something that they had only thought to add in when they made Jet Grind Radio. And I think by that point, like, the people at Smilebit had, like, been aware that, oh yeah, this is how... Are you kidding? I overshot it that hard. No, I'm doing that again.
Whoa. Cool. Yo. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
There we go. I'll take it.
Ow. That's the kid. Ha. Hey. Yeah.
Ow, no, 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 no.
Whoa. Cool.
Nope, that's not how I wanted to get up there. Shoot. Damn it, how am I? No. No, I'm doing that again. God, I forgot exactly what the best way to get on that side is. Yeah, whatever. At least I think restarting this again will give me another chance to get those first 2 tags a bit more elegantly. That said, though, as much as I say this is the best Dreamcast version of Jet Set Radio, I do kind of lament the absence of Dragula.
Yo. Yeah.
No, 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 I forgot I gotta hold. Shit.
Yo. Whoa. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
No! Oh, come on! Ah. I don't recall having this much trouble with that particular wall jump, like, combo in a while. Holy crap. I've gotten rusty with the Grind City levels. I'm surprised. I almost get the sense that maybe it was more balanced with the idea of playing his combo in mind because of his bigger hitbox. I don't know. Just a hunch.
Whoa. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
There we go.
Cool.
Got it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the cool, like, replay cutaway. But it's whatever. Alright, I think I'll try things
Yo.
this way.
Yo.
Yeah, that's what I want. Got it.
Whoa. Die. Whoa. Cool. Die. Whoa. Cool.
What the hell? I'll get this tag out of the way. Oh god, now I gotta get used to her, like, tag motions again. Whatever, it's not too bad. It's more or less the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same as what Beat has. Just, okay. Let me be as careful as I can to not exit the level. I want to get to the border. Yes, got it. Okay, now let's get the last Graffiti Soul. No. There we go. Let's see what other XL tags I can remember where their locations are. Is that? Oh yeah, that's an XL, but I need to first get away from the rhinos. Oh, come on! I forget, is there? No, there's not any that's down below, like on that inner quartz. I think it's alright. Screw it, I'm gonna go up here. Yeah, exit this way. Hell yeah. See you later, fuckers. All right, let's get the XL tag that's on the. No! Oh my! Why? Oh my God! These assholes. Ugh. Okay, is that a... No, I need to make sure I find like where the XLs are and get those out of the way. I think that's an XL over there. God, just chapter 2 onward is obviously the moment where Jet Set Radio ends up feeling more like you're trying to like fight for your life on top of just tagging the streets. Which I do appreciate to an extent, because it's like, it's one of the key differences behind like, or like one of the key deciding factors behind why I like this more than Future. Because Future's entire sense of like difficulty is a joke. Okay. Alright, hold on. I forget, is this a... Yeah. Alright, might as well do this. Because I need to focus as much as I can on getting any of the non-small tags done and out of the way with. Where did that dude come from?
Yo.
All right, let's get back to the other side.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Over there. Yo.
Man, even when you like meet the conditions to technically escape, it doesn't feel like it matters because they're just immediately back on your ass again.
Whoa. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, this dude's extremely concerning, to say the least. Oh god, that's right. There were also still the tags on the bottom, on street level.
Yo. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Yo. Yo. Whoa. Whoa. Cool.
Got it. Okay. There's also that tag up there.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Cool. Whoa. Cool.
Yeah, let's get this. Get these cans.
Cool.
Oh man, how did that not get to the rail? That sucks. Whatever, this should be enough.
Cool. 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 Yo.
Oh god, that's right. I forgot that there were multiple of these assholes. All right.
Yo. Cool. Cool. Yeah.
No.
Yo. Yo. Cool. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. All right. How much more? Oh, that was all. Yeah, it's a nitro, but that was to be expected.
There was a message on a piece of graffiti. I think it was from Coin. He told me to go to Grind Square. It seems like
This is a bit hectic.
those ugly pieces of art have been hanging
All right, so
around
that makes
Grind Square
2 stages. I'm gonna have to make sure on a repeat that I do get a jet ranking. Next is Rock and Roll Grind. Right in the middle, Grind Square proper. Fortunately, there's only 4 to get, and I remember those locations well. Still doing pretty well on time, all things considered. Just only, like, past 2 hours of, like, playing this. I mean, chapters 2 and 3, admittedly, go by super fast in this game. Like, so many of the levels and, like, your time spent playing the game is in chapter 1, which is all about it just slowly, like, having you, like, go through specific, like, sections of a certain, like, district in Tokyo before eventually letting you loose in, like, the fully interconnected area and then really challenging you. All right. I think I remember.
Yeah.
This one's also got a pretty fun, like, grind loop if you have the time to do it. Because, I mean, like, they give you, like, 1,000 seconds. In fact, I might as well do it. Or not. I don't know.
Yo.
Okay.
Cool. Yo. Ha. Yeah.
Got it.
Ha. Yo. Ha. Yeah.
All right, that's 2.
Yo. Yeah.
And here's number 3.
Whoa. Ha.
No, no, that's not.
Yo,
Damn it.
yo,
I'm trying to more easily get to the other side.
yo.
No! Oh, God. Why did you have to do a cutaway to that game? My moment of failure? Come on. I just wanted to get to this side like a cool person. Come on. Okay, I know the that the final Graffiti Soul's on this side. Yeah, I remember now. No! Oh, come on. Whatever, I'll get it on the return. Sega.com ad. Look at that. Remember back when Sega actually was like, actually had like an online infrastructure because they were pushing that for the Dreamcast? Oh, fun times.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, yo.
There we go. Made it to this side.
Yo. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Ha, yo. Ha, yo. Ha, whoa. Whoa. Ha, cool.
And
Yo.
do this half.
Whoa, yo.
Get a whole lot of points.
Yo. Ha. Yo. Yo, yeah.
Nice. Okay, then. Let's see. Yeah, I still need to make sure I can get to the...
Yeah. Cool.
Ooh!
Whoa.
I wasn't going at quite the speed I wish it would,
Yo.
but it'll do. It got me here, right?
Yo. Whoa. Yo. Yo, yeah.
Now let's see, what other... I don't think there's...
Whoa. Yeah.
Because again, like, as always, the optimal strategy when playing this, I want to make sure I get the largest tags out of the way before enemy reinforcements show up.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
So I guess it's not really on this side. Okay, yeah, I gotta get back to the other side now.
Yo. Ha. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it is. One of the best songs in the game,
Cool.
played by Jurassic 5.
Yo. Whoa. Ha. Ha.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna take the hit, go back down.
Whoa.
Alright. This'll work. God, improvise is so good. Like, hearing this song was the first time I realized, oh wait, maybe there are actually, like, hip-hop groups that I do enjoy.
Yo. Yeah.
Just because there's, like, a style and, like, a lyrical flow to Jurassic 5 songs that just hits me so much better than a lot of other hip-hop.
Yo.
This is Golden Rhino from the Communications Center. I am sending assassin number 6 to Guy Square. Do not provoke him, otherwise he might go berserk.
Yeah.
Alright. God, this, being brutally reminded every time of, like, when this game's frame rate, the game speed just chugs. Yeah, was there... Yeah, it's all stuff to, like, the right side. Along the north side and center of this. I think I can make this work.
Yo. Ha. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, these guys.
Whoa.
This is Golden Rhino from the communication center. I will send more units to Grind Square. Wait for them.
Yeah, now, obviously, the big part is getting past all these dudes so that I can summon in the choppers as their replacement. Oh, my God, the chug. Yep, alright. This'll work.
Yo. Yeah.
Ah, damn it, wasn't fast enough. Still, hold on, how many more tags do I need to clear? I need to clear 5. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'll clear the ones on this side, get rid of the helicopters, and then with like the remaining amount of time I have, I will just focus my efforts on doing a grind loop. No. Oh, damn. Admittedly, I couldn't entirely see where I was going. How did I forget that there was this? Whatever, it's not an XL, so that gave me enough time to tag and get out of there. Less than 600 seconds, so under 10 minutes. I can totally make do with this. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Cube. Oh! Oh no, I realized I could have had my opportunity to actually just tag that helicopter right there when I was jumping. Let's do it again. Because right now, there's only one mandatory tag left, and it's on, like, the center platform. But I want to take my time doing grind loops before that. There we go.
Yo. Cool. Yo.
Oh, wait, I think... Oh, okay, no, the electric dudes, there's still some of them here. Never mind, I guess they don't go away entirely. That might complicate things, I don't know. Let's just get to this other side.
Yo.
But yeah, I've made mention of it before, but like this grind square like level, I always felt like it was kind of like the starting point of like what the level design philosophy would end up being in Jet Set Radio Future, because it's this kind of insane multi-tiered environment where there is such a big emphasis on like places that you can just grind on rails. Okay, so there's just that one dude. That's fine. Alright. We'll do things this way. No! Oh, I screwed up. No, actually, I'm not gonna keep going for it. Let's just end this. All right. How many points? Yeah, still Nitro.
Bad skills.
Yeah, I needed to get more than 50K.
Grind Square.
That's fine though.
Place was built by the
I can go back through this again with like other characters. Or if not, I can just take advantage of the grind loops for like the first few minutes and then worry about the tags afterwards.
I don't understand it. What's this golden rhino that
So,
you painted? Does it have
the
anything
next
to do
few
with the Rokaki?
missions, I'm actually not going to bother because there's 4 more tags that are now available. 2 in Kogani and 2 in
This
Benten.
new radio station, Jet Set Radio, that everybody keeps.
Is this an emulator? No, it is not. It is running on original Dreamcast via a GDEMU, so just straight SD card.
Right. The first
I played this on emulator before, actually, almost a year ago.
Call themselves the
And just, like, the weird technical hiccups it had was why, like, I desperately wanted to get, like, a working Dreamcast again to play the game this way, because, man, it's rough trying to run, like, an emulator, something that's CPU intensive, at the same time as OBS. Alright. But yeah, the 4 remaining Graffiti Souls that we can pick up, I am not going to be getting those in these story missions. It is all going to be focused on, like, just tagging everything with Yo-Yo, getting all those graffiti points, and just finishing it as fast as I can. But yeah, 26, 27, 53, and 89 are all that are left from Graffiti Souls you can pick up in the environment. The rest are all unlocked when we get extra characters. Oh boy, here it comes. Explosion. Not the worst Golden Rhino mission to deal with. That goes to fight or flight. But it can still get pretty hectic, all things considered. Alright, let's do this. Oh man, 999 seconds. Let's get to fucking work. Let's go.
Let's look at the funk.
Oh, wow. I still can't believe that, like, cars and pedestrians are still going through here like normally, even though the villains have literally, like, given, like, what feels like a group of terrorists, like, full reign to just cause havoc in the city in the name of, like, enforcing law. But then again, I guess that's what cops are. Hey. First things first, even if you're using, like, a high graffiti stat character, you absolutely need to focus your attention on getting most, if not all these optional tags out of the way. Because the score requirements for Jet ranking is super high. You ain't wrong? Of course I'm not. Look at those points. Look at that.
Let's look at the funk.
All right. There we go. 12 tricks. That's a pretty good line right there. There. Oh yeah, we'll get these. Pretty much the way I always do these missions when it comes to dealing with the optional tags is to always, like, do as much of a clean sweep, at least for this mission, a clean sweep through all of the general, like, districts of this area. And then once that's done, I go back to the start and just focus on all the mandatory tags. Although I think I make some exceptions for if there are still some XL mandatory tags that could still be done anyway. Yeah, we'll do this. We got it. Alright, hold on. What else is there? Right, yeah, I think it's still... Yeah, I can definitely leave these 5 tags for later, I think. Look at these pedestrians just chilling. Are they not even at the least bit concerned that, like, that there are just fire bombs going off all over this bitch? Whoa! Wow, I almost got caught in that pretty bad. Okay. But yeah, focus on all the green optional tags. Unless there is, like, a mandatory XL tag, in which case you gotta get that out of the way. Because those take the longest. Which I don't think there's anything else here. Yeah. All the remaining ones, I think, are just, like, normal large tags. So let's head over to this side. I've always liked this intersection, though, like this specific way of linking the areas, and it's the sort of thing where I wish that there were, like, more spots with similar camera angles like that. All right. It's okay. No bombs have hurt us yet. Came close one time, but not close enough. Okay, where are the others? Okay, that's, I think, the last XL tag I need to worry about. And done. Okay, trying to remember again as well with the Yeah, I might as well clear these out, these remaining tags, because again, I'm pretty sure I got all the XLs that I need. Sweet! Managed to get that sketch just in time. Excellent. And then let's see, what else do I need? Yeah, we'll do it this way. Because I want to say there was still, like, a tag or something that I could get, like, at the top of this roof. Yeah. But they're, oh, yeah, they're smalls. We'll save that for later. Let's head back to Park Street. Again, we're just going to start looping this now.
Give me a break, give me a break.
Less than 10 minutes to go. We can make this work. Oh, no, I completely misread that. I thought that was the way forward, but no, it wasn't. It was a bit further to the right. Here we go. Back on track. No! No, 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 no. Get off. Get off, Yo-Yo. Do not leave the level. Do not leave the level on accident, for God's sake. Are they gonna spawn yet, is the question. Oh wait, I just noticed there's still like those, we still got some of those optional tags in the canal. I might as well. Yeah, let's go through here. Jeez, it feels weird that they're simply not spawning in yet. Maybe I just misremembered, like, what the trigger is, like, how many mandatory tags you need to get before then. I would honestly, I guess, kind of hate if it glitched out on me, but I don't think that's possible. The game's been kind of consistent regardless of, like, what version and, like, which platform you're playing it on. There. Let's get back to the bus terminal, which this tunnel leads us back there. Yeah, this is just the sort of thing that I absolutely love about Jet Set Radio with its level design. Like, it's, like, it really does just lead you into thinking that you are simply gonna be just, like, dealing with very discrete, like, walled-off sections, but then later you realize, oh, wait, no, these are actually all interconnected. It builds up to this sort of moment. Oh boy, here it comes. Nope. Ah, damn it. Missed the jump. Whatever. Missed that jump. That's actually concerning. Made it. Okay. Ah, come on. No, stop falling off. Oh god, that's right. The freaking... It's not that they tackle you. They also suicide bomb themselves on you. That is just the worst. Alright, that gives me enough space. Got it. Now let's get out of here. Jet Set Radio, in its final stages, takes absolutely no prisoners. Still, all things considered, not the worst of, like, these 3 Golden Rhino missions. Okay, no, I can't tag those. That's whatever. Oh, thank God. But here's at least the nice thing, is that, like, when these, like, enemies, like, these special Golden Rhinos spawn in, like, it does actually take them a bit of a while to catch up to where you are if you change areas in the district. God. So right now, like, I'm not being accosted by firebombers. It's just instead I have to deal with like the regular goons. But I think like once you start tagging more in the general area, they do start to catch up to where you are. There we go. 70 plus, 80 plus. Oh yeah, that was a guaranteed jet rank just doing all that. Hell yeah.
Jet Set Radio! We got another letter from Osaki. He says, I burned my house down. What should I do now? How should I know, fool? It turns out...
Ideally, buy another house.
...branch of the Rokuku group. They're a dangerous bunch. Cool and cruel. They got a martini in one hand and a switchblade in the other. Looks like they're wiping out everyone who tries to hang on the streets. Go on and hit them back. Make them feel you.
Okay. So. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got another rival that we gotta introduce. Right, this was known as Piranha in... Oh yeah, oh that's right, yeah, because we technically jet ranked all of the Shibuya missions at this point in the game. So yeah, we totally did just get Love Shockers unlocked, but we're not playing as those. We're still sticking with Yo-Yo, since we're used to him at this point. Right, yeah, they called her Sugar instead of Piranha. Yeah, it's like her and like the last like main GG character we unlock is like have different names. Here it's Sugar, and the one that we get after this is called Soda. But in the US, like internationally, they were called Piranha and Slate. Okay. Also, fun fact, like, these particular challenges we're doing to get Sugar to join our team. In the original first Japanese release of Jet Set Radio, these were the challenges you did in order to get Combo to join. So they just repurposed them for her, like she had something different. There we go. There we go. Half-pipe physics still suck, but whatever. It's something you just gotta deal with. Now for the last one. A bit tricky if you don't get the timing right, but it feels so good when you pull it off. Because of that last roof where you usually land. No! Oh. That was not supposed to be a short hop, Yo-Yo. What the hell were you doing? There we go. Yeah. Don't mind the fact that it just called her Piranha. Again, they just, like, backported all, like, the English text that they localized for Jet Grind Radio in the European version. Doesn't line up exactly with what they ended up writing all the time. Okay. Now, for the true pain to start. We gotta do Fight or Flight. I cannot emphasize enough every single time how much this mission is a nightmare for everyone that plays this game. It's the one with, like, the most aggravating Golden Rhino reinforcement ever. And there are just so many tags all over the place that, like, I'm pretty sure it's it is legit impossible, I think, to get every single one, especially with the optimal routes that ensures you won't have any interrupted graffiti combos. Because they spread out the XL tags real rotten in this. There's only 5 here. Let's just get rid of these assholes. Again, optional tags first. Just makes things so much easier for points. Now we're going to take an alternate path into the sewer. Eventually. Or not, I guess. I am just kind of doing this instead. And again, even though they are... Oh, damn it. Why did I think to... Screw it, I might as well. Shit. I need those cans. Right now. Alright, yeah, we'll take that, because we need at the minimum 14 cans for where we're going. Wait, where's the... There's the entrance. Why did I miss that? Alright. Wasted 2 minutes already. Oh, damn it. I think I actually screwed this up. God damn it. Because there's supposed to be a way where you can actually get in between those golden rhinos guarding the mandatory, like, double XL. But I think I screwed it up now. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this again. I'm actually just going to ignore the optional tags in this starting area, just because I really want to get the ones in the sewer out of the way quickly. Okay, just let me... Oh, damn it. Thank you. Now we're going to go through here. Because the important thing about taking this route is that it drops you off close to, like, where a sniper is. And the idea with the snipers is that, like, if you get close enough to them, they will run away. And they won't come back for, like, a good long while. So now that that's done... we can find the optimal route to get to the other side. There we go. We did not alert those two groups that are sandwiching us currently. And we have enough cans to do this. Yeah, there are like some large tags that you can go for in this sewer, which is why I try and get these out of the way as soon as I can. Oh, why did I interrupt that? I forgot. I forgot you could do that. I forget, was there a... Yeah, there's a mandatory one down directly below where I was, but that's whatever. Save that for later. Alright, we'll deal with that. Ugh. Golden rhinos, man. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna keep going this way. Because the thing that's still more important than getting these optional tags ultimately is being able to get all the XL and double XL tags that are mandatory removed from the equation. And that also includes that double optional tag right there. Right, I just scared the first dude away. That's good. Good. God, I wish I could still remember, like, off the top of my head, exactly where all the different types of tags are in this mission. Because I feel like every time I go into it, even though it's the sort of thing where I bitch and moan about how hard it is, and you'd think I would have, like, a written down, like, formal plan, like, committed to memory, but I don't. I remember, like, the general location of, like, where key tags are that I need to get out of the way first, but it's all, like, the additional ones in between, you know, just like the regular large tags that I just never know for sure how to get those. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. Wait, why did you go off there? Oh my god. Damn it, Yo-Yo. Get back up top. Let's finish off some of these remaining optional tags. And then just get the hell out of here. Okay, not all these optional tags, clearly. Okay. I mean, 34K, that's still pretty good. I want to say that's about halfway to where we need to be in order for getting a jet ranking. Ow, bastard! You were literally waiting for that, weren't you? You piece of shit. Ooh, just barely. There was a hole in the bottom that I probably could have easily, like, fallen through. Why did you not jump through? God. Okay, Christ. Such a nightmare, this entire mission. Alright, that should be fine, I think. At least for now. Oh my god, how did that... Get back up there, I need to... Get to the... Oh, look at that! They're completely unawares, what a bunch of idiots! I'll take it. There we go. On to the other side. Oh, wait, no, that's not even a large tag. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah, why not? I'm pretty sure I got, like, a lot of the really key, like, XL tags out of the way. Oh, man. Alright, frickin' scram. Why did you not run? Thank you. Let me tag in peace, asshole. Okay, are there any cans this way? Seriously, they did not put them here. I forgot that they did that. Son of a bitch. Oh well, more health, that's good. Oh, but there's one of these. I forget, is that a... No, it's a small, I can wait. Alright, less than 8 minutes. Oh, that's right. Oh, no. Oh, god damn it. They screwed up my... Their AI was having a fluke for a moment, and I thought that would help me, but no, it didn't. God damn it. Okay. I got less than 7 minutes left. 54, I think, is good enough. I'm just gonna... Well, no. I'm gonna finish up that large XL... And then I'm gonna go back through and, like, mop up, like, the mandatory. Good. Alright. Let's head back underground. Later. Alright, hold on. Yeah. Because if all goes according to plan, the remaining mandatory tags I need to take care of will, like, not take too long. forget, was there, No, there isn't. I was wondering if it was gonna be, like, in that secret passage, but I guess not. Done. Let's get going. We gotta mop these up real fast now. God damn it. Alright.
Communication center to all Golden Rhinos. Assassin. Tool number 2 is headed your way in a high-speed aircraft. Wait for his arrival.
Done.
Those kids are in the sewers. Go check it out.
Alright. Let's just keep going. Got less than 5 minutes on the clock. This'll be fine. But yeah, these dudes are assholes. They, like... They come at you so fast. They can never... Like, you can never get enough time to, like, escape their gunfire. Because they're always flying around. Therefore, they have more accuracy than just the regular dudes that are, like, positioned on the ground, you know? Oh, man. Such a stressful mission. Fortunately... Yeah, we got 15 more. The end will be in sight soon. And fortunately, the Ben 10 is burning mission after this is like... That one's a lot more manageable than this. I think the only thing that makes me like it less than just the one in Shibuya is the fact that, like, one of the particular enemies you have to deal with is one that is really only most effectively dealt with if you can constantly, like, lure them away. Oh god, these assholes. And, like, even if they're not shooting at you, they can just, like, hover in, like, the general area of your hitbox. It will always, like, count as, like, colliding. You know? It sucks. Hold on, where's that? Oh, wait, no, those are on the roof. I get it. Oh, thank God, I actually got him for once. Alright. 3 minutes to go. Can I make it? This is gonna be another one where, like, the time limit comes real freaking close. Oh, no. Oh, no, I forgot that was a large. Alright, now run. Run my ass out of here. 2.5 minutes. Let's go. Jesus. Oh, dear. This is gonna be tense. Because how many do I have left? 11 more. Oh my god, that's right. Oh. This might have been a mistake, actually. I probably bit off more than I could chew on the optional attacks. God, this always happens. This always happens. Oh, and of course. No, please, please, let me up, please. Iframes. I need more. Oh my god. All right. Okay, maybe this will be doable. I have no idea, but I'm gonna have to test my luck. And it starts by getting rid of all these tags on the rooftop. No! Oh, fuck! I swear, if they kill me. No! No! No, please, don't! Oh my god, we did it! Oh, oh god, my heart. And the Jed ranking on that too. Oh. Man, could you imagine how much worse it would be if I thought, hey, I'm gonna, like, get Jed ranking and the remaining 2 Graffiti Souls that are in Kogane. Yeah, no thanks. I'll save those for the extra missions. Fuck that. Oh, dear.
The streets of Tokyo are in a panic, and we're gonna have to cut off this broadcast soon. Can the GG's Graffiti save this city?
It freaking better, man. It better save it. Oh. Shit. Alright. Okay. Last rival we gotta get this way. We gotta get Slate. Or Soda, in this case. Mr. Kilroy is here looking motherfucker. Oh. Whoever tags first will win. Fair. Oh, alright.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, trying to remember again as well what the route is they're expecting. Right, okay, it's at the end of the Kibogaoka, I think it's called, like the rooftop area. So just keep going through the sewers to like the opposite corner. Yeah, I still got a decent lead. But I think with the pace I'm going and like kind of how wide some of these turns are that I'm making, it's probably not going to be enough when it comes time to do like the jet race. Because some of those times that you need to hit in order to get a jet ranking are actually really tight. There. Do it this way. I'm still ahead of you, asshole. I'm gonna win this. Okay. Man, I've definitely forgotten what it was like to kind of feel the frustration of doing these race missions when it's like all they're ever able to really show you is like the end destination and be like, all right, good luck. Because I guess the expectation is that you would just follow. And that would somehow clue you in exactly to where you need to go. But that doesn't really... That doesn't help alleviate like the trial and error that comes from like this kind of setup. obviously I'm used to it now. As soon as I look at the map and remember like where the location is, the route just instantly comes back to my head. And there we go. We got him. So, only 2 more missions that need jet rankings. Benton Burning, and then there's one more that shows up in Kogane. Once we do that, we get the boss mission, and we will have finished the first run-through of Jet Set Radio. Sorry, De La Jet Set Radio. Gotta remember, that's the distinction. Okay, here it comes. Yeah, these big black judo dudes are what I was talking about, where, like, dealing with them is way more time-consuming, if anything. All right. Yeah, I want to do that just to avoid wasting those health cans because I don't think they respawn. Alright, very carefully. There, and we did not aggro him at all. Oh, dicks. Alright, we'll actually go this way. Okay. Only 18 more. Yeah, doesn't really feel like it's a lot, but it does take a while just because there are these dudes here. Yeah, just lure him far away. Unless he's completely stuck, which would be nice. Yeah, let's take care of this tag. Oh, no, he got unstuck. God damn it. Yeah, I think I screwed up by just luring him in at a bad angle. Forget. What are the other, like, tags of note? Alright. Okay, that was not a good jump off point. Whatever. Forget, is there anything on the top levels? Wait, no. Yeah, I think all the mandatory ones left in this area are just a bunch of, like, those statues. Yeah, screw that. Let's just go to the other sections. There's probably some easier optional tags to deal with, as well as some mandatory, like, large and extra large ones that are going to be kind of frustrating if we hold them off to the end. Ow. That sucks. Are you kidding? That was weird. I don't think I've ever had like that rail glitch on me that way. That is bizarre. I am literally on the roof. How the hell are you finding me? I guess you people have more situational awareness than the Japanese police. All right. Okay, fine. We'll do this. So, yeah, not very many in here. Though being real stingy as far as, like, placement of freaking spray cans. Like, come on. Fine, we'll go back through here. There. Now let's get this extra large. Yeah, it is kind of nuts to think of that, like, of these types of missions near the end game, the one in Shibuya seems to be the only mission where, like, it seems doable to get all the optional tags along with the mandatory ones. Oh no. Fine, I'll go back through here and get these cans. I'll restock, fine. Okay, whatever, I'm at like 21,000. Forget was that. Oh yeah, this section's all clear. That's good. I just needed to get that optional one, you know, for the sake of points. It's all good. Oh man, ugh, that's bad. All right, let's see. What are the remaining ones in here? Okay, so there's those two. We got it. Yes! Landed. Alright, we'll go this way. And that's all the tags in this area. I think I'm fine holding off on some of the optional tags until, like, I see them come about, just because it's like... Yeah, some of these are just that much of a pain to deal with, even at this stage, you know? Where it's like... I wish all I really had to deal with were just, like, those big judo guys, and not have to deal with, like, the ever-present, like, patrols that just happen to know exactly where you are, even when they aren't able to make, like, physical line of sight with you. Like, how does that work? Oh, wait, no. Actually, hold on. Oh! No, it's fine. I can still do this. I was just thinking, I'm actually just gonna do this. Get these optional ones out of the way for points. That seems worth it. And I can still get the rest of this done in 8 minutes. Boy, will I be glad. Oh, I did not realize that it comes through there. Shoot. Whatever, at least it was at the start of the combo and not, like, partway through. That was nasty. Alright. But yeah, once I'm done with like this first run through, it'll be a relief. I mean, I've been having fun with it, obviously, that's what counts. But you have no idea what exhaustion does to someone even when you're like playing through a game that you legitimately like enjoy every, like, just about every aspect of. I mean, you would hope it would do that. Like, if it's a game that you've gone out of your way to say is one of your favorite games of all time.
Communications center to all golden rhinos. Assassin number 3 will be there shortly. Be careful. You can expect fire damage.
Okay, let's actually try and lure you away, my dude. Because those dudes are still around, but like once you get that warning message, I think it's like the patrols of like the regular goons actually die off. Yeah, get back over here, dick. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I realized as well that, like, I'm definitely not as talkative during this stream of all things compared to others, but I think that's just because there's only so much left I have to say about Jet Set Radio aside from, like, the obvious, like, praises and, like, love that I have for it. It's just that with, like, the particular challenges I'm giving myself, like, I'm trying my absolute best to stay focused. Alright, 5 minutes on the clock and counting. Actually, hold on. How many is left? 7? Right, yeah, so... Yeah, there's that one area that's left that I know about that has, like, 6. So, I can work with that. I might even, like, damage boost my way through it if I just want to, like, save as much time as possible. Alright, we're going back through here. There we go. That's how you transfer from wire to wire properly. But yeah, I will say though, like, I guess one thing in favor of the of this level, as far as like its Golden Rhino reinforcement, probably the most manageable to deal with. It doesn't feel as much as a nightmare as the jetpack or like firebomb dudes. They're still assholes though, no matter what. There. I at least got the combo done in time. Are you kidding? Please. Oh, shoot. Good. Now let's get out of here. Down to street level. Work our way to the other side. Please don't kill me. Okay, but this last section, if I remember correctly, I do think it is like a 3-point tag. Like, I have to, like, do the motions for, like, the large tags. And that's going to be probably not pretty. Not with, like, the amount of health I have. Oh, fuck, okay. It's probably not... Oh, it's still Jet. Thank God. Good. Don't have to worry about these missions, the ranking for them, ever again. Thank God.
Jet Set Radio! The nasty Roku posters have all been covered up by GG Graffiti. Way to go!
There's no space between Bye and GG. Typo. I don't even think that typo was in the... was in the Jet Grind Radio release. I think that might have been like an error with like how the text was being read out. I don't know. Alright. Behind the mask. Oh yeah, that's right, never mind. I thought it was an extra mission that shows up in Kogani, but no, it's an extra in Ben 10. We gotta fight Poison Jam again. We do this. We take care of the final boss. And we're done with today. Whew. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. I already know where they go. Let's get some cans beforehand. Let's make sure we're all prepped. All right. All right. Let's get these assholes. No. Ah, shoot. Whatever, I'll take care of this one on the ground. Catch up already. God. No! Oh! Threw me off. I didn't know what Poison Jam dude I wanted to go for. God, these dudes' route in this small section of Ben 10 is so weird. Oh my God. Just everything about the physics is screwing me up right before I try and land on this one rail. Alright, where the hell did the rest of you go? Oh, wait, I think that dude's going on, like, the upper rail. No, no, he was down there. Never mind. Got him. How did they not respawn the cans yet? What the hell? Screw it, I'll go up here if I have to. There's got to be more. I've still got so much time left. Like, this is nothing. Yep, showing me that replay angle again every time. It's cool. Not gonna lie.
Let's look at the funk.
Oh, come on! I swear, if you're gonna continue to, like, go across those upper rails or something... What the hell, man? Oh, shit. Lost him. Got it. Take that, scumbag. And a jet ranking. 32,000. Nice. Okay. So we just got... What was it? I think I'll probably, like, double check, like, I think the... Because you can check the in-game ranking as far as, like, where, like, what ranks you got on each chapter, on each mission, just to see where it ended up. Because I know I still got to get jet ranking on Grind Square and Bantam Street again. And then Monster of Kogane. And I forget if there was one more that, like, I missed the jet ranking on.
Hamburgers and everything else are gonna be history. Get to the new Rokuku headquarters and destroy that record, along with Goji's evil plan.
Yeah, we'll do. Alright, let me... System. Yeah, stage score. Let me see. Kogane. Yeah, Monster of Kogane, I still need to get it again. I got Jet on all of Ben 10. Nitro for Bantam and Nitro for Grind Square. Okay, yeah, so it is only 3, excuse me, that I'll need to get in the future. You know, I'll bring back Beat for this, since this final section doesn't require any score. So, it should be good. Jesus, I've been talking so much in the past few minutes, I'm starting to get thirsty. I gotta get a drink. Okay. That should be good. Let's begin the final groove. Yeah, yes I have. All in one sitting. I know, it's impressive. Kind of exhausting, though. I'm clearly not built to do this sort of thing in games anymore. And I'm only in my late 20s, like, what the hell's wrong with me? Alright, time to go this way. Oh my god, that was kind of not the best way to go about it, but whatever. Why do I still care? I mean, like, I'm not getting scored on this, is the thing. Beat, I swear, please speed up. Well, no, I guess I'll die. And then get my ass dumped back on this record. I gotta get used again to the, to, like, his graffiti patterns. Also, I guess I lied. I just realized from the start of this that, yeah, actually, you were gonna see Beat one last time. He wasn't just gonna be relegated to be doing those, like, tutorial missions. No! Ah, I should have stopped. Okay, good. He's always felt a bit dicey trying to jump across those spinning gears or whatever it is. Though nothing's gonna be as aggravating as like the final step we need to take in order to beat Goji. Because it's the one part where I would absolutely agree that like it is hindered by the camera more than any other section of the game. Like, I could get used to how the camera is elsewhere. I don't think I'll ever be totally used to it as it is during this final boss. Ah, damn it. Oh, god damn it. Oh no, I ran out? When did that happen? Oh, that sucks. Oh god, yeah, and the record speeding up. Every time? God damn it. Yeah, momentum sure likes to fuck you up on this stage, that's for sure. No! God damn it! Not cool, game. Oh, no! Oh, come on! Why the hell do you gotta do this to me, game? Okay, now wait for like the larger part of the gear. Fine. Ugh. I'll take it. There. Got it. Now for the worst part. And then it's over. I gotta work with the momentum on this freaking record to get onto the one of these rails. And only then will I be able to, like, get into Goji's booth and just spray his head. Oh, thank God. That worked. I've had so many playthroughs where, like, my groove was just off the entire time and I could not get it. Like, it took me literal minutes.
Huge turntable of evil. The Rokaku building is a pile of dust.
But that's it.
Right along with the Rokaku
First part of 100% De La Jet Set Radio is over.
construction axe.
I picked up,
Right.
like,
But now, Goji's
all
son,
but 4 of the Graffiti Souls that can be picked up in the environment.
glorious
I've gone Jet ranking on all story missions save for 3.
rhinos with just another group of Goji
Those 3 Jet rankings and those 4 Graffiti Souls can easily be picked up in the next section when I get Jet on those remaining missions and I clear the Jet Graffiti, Jet Technique, and Jet Race missions.
control. He didn't know how to deal with people that he couldn't buy with his money. Maybe he really is lonely at the top. Or maybe he's just another eccentric millionaire.
Nah, he's a piece of shit.
Well, they say the money
All rich
can
people
root
are.
out evil. Maybe it really can twist the hearts of men.
Technically, it's the love of money that does it, but I mean, you know, it's.
Devil's contract was just
I mean, I guess like the difference isn't like that clear cut these days.
twisted mind created the whole story out of rumors and superstitions in order to try and sate the demons of his own heart. Nevertheless, the noise tanks are in repair. The love shockers are all broken-hearted again, but Poison Jam is back.
Also, interesting thing about like this whole ending bit is that like obviously like it's shorter. It's different because Combo and Cube did not have any story significance in the original Japanese release. So you just had Professor K giving this entire exit narration.
The real truth behind it all.
Yeah, but man, this is a hell of a game. At some point, I definitely am just gonna have to like, just for funsies, like load up like a New Game Plus save of the original Japanese version of Jet Set Radio in order to show off like the remaining differences. Because I think like the only like major difference that I was able to show off when I did that Dreamcast like grab bag stream was the one song that was exclusive to that version and it does not show up in any of the updated releases. But one thing that is different that I think is admittedly kind of a loss for all versions past the original Japanese release is the way this credit sequence plays out. Because you're seeing like this like these credits pop up. In the original Japanese release, you actually had your character going around and actually like spray painting the credits on like the normal tag locations, which is like actually pretty cool. But I think like the reason they scrapped it ultimately was I think because of like, you know, like the different amount of people they would have had to list for like all the localized versions and how it kind of screwed up like the timing on everything with this whole Jet Set medley. So they kind of settled for this when they made Jet Grind Radio, and it's been the same ever since. Whew. But at least with this, you know for sure that like I'll always be playing this a whole lot more than I will Jet Set Radio Future on any given day. Especially because of just how much of a completionist I am, that it's like, I know how to optimally do a 100% run of Jet Set Radio Original, that it's always going to be so much faster. Arguably, like, I think almost like half the time it would take. Or maybe not, actually. Because this has been about, like, almost 4 hours just for this first run. I have to imagine it will take about 2 or 3 more to get the remaining stuff we need for 100% on this. So yeah, it would still be a few hours shorter than it would take to, like, I think 100% Jet Set Radio Future. Just because of how much bigger that game is. And how the lack of challenge, the way it is so easy in that game just makes it come off as, like, so much more dull trying to get all those graffiti tags. Okay. Still waiting on this, on this whole credit sequence to end so that I can save and be done. Oh, look at all that voice talent that they list that does not end up showing up at all because they defaulted to Japanese voices for this. Oh my god, I just realized that. Yeah, this literally is just like the exact credits that they had for the European release and are just running it because they just had that built into the files, and then, like, when they made De La Jet Set Radio, they built on top of it. Oh, man. Original game, 2000, and the re-release was 2001. Good on you, Smallbit. This was still your best game. I think. I don't know. I've still not played all the way through Panzer Dragoon War to know for sure. But this is the one that is still stuck with me for so many years. And, like, Future's pretty good.
What's that?
But, like, obviously Gun Valkyrie is a thing. A weird thing.
Sure, okay. But watch out. Someone just might have their sights on Shibuya Cho again. On the street, there's no such thing as the end.
You're damn right. It's never the end. Whew. That's good.
Jet Set Radio!
Whew. Yeah, not much else to say now at this point. I guess, if all things go according to plan, next stream should be this Friday evening, where I will hopefully get the remaining things I need for 100% all done in, like, the 3 hours I allot myself. If not, I might extend it to 4, just because, you know, it's the weekend and all that. I don't have to worry about work in the morning. It just kind of depends on how much of, like, that day is going to be spent beforehand talking with a guy I know about, like, payments for, like, a desk that he was offering, and, like, figuring out, like, the plans I need to get that stuff moved to where I need it. And then, of course, Saturday Night Spike Out continuing, as always, on a Saturday. Character for that night is going to be White. And I'm not sure how much better my luck will be, like, getting closer and closer to a 1cc using him, because I did pretty good using Tenshin that one time. I mean, like, only 1 KO playing as him, and it was against Kaiser of all things. That's not bad. I guess we'll know for sure. And right now, because I've not done it in a while, since I think, like, the last time that I streamed, there wasn't really anyone online. Or at least any that I didn't catch as being online. But I'm going to find someone to raid. Let's see. Oh, the Yakuza lady's live now. Right, yeah, she said that she was going to be doing, like, an art stream, but, like, not have, like, her mic on, so it's mute. But whatever. It'd be nice to send some love her way. All right, we'll do that. Ugh. Thanks again for everyone tuning in for this. This was a much needed playthrough that I had to do, because, like, seriously, like, I was a couple weeks ago, like, when I was getting near the end of Headhunter, I was thinking, yeah, I'll probably get into one of the other playthroughs that I had initially, like, proposed, like, in that Twitter poll that I posted, like, back in January, but I was really itching to get back to some Jet Set Radio, and I was conflicting myself on whether or not I wanted to do on my own time or do it on stream. And I'm glad I decided for the stream. So, see you next time. Take care.